There are traction-based exercises, and then there are compression-based exercises. Now, the difference between traction and compression is how they affect your spine. And your spine is made up of vertebrae and discs. Basically, your spine is a series of hard hockey pucks with very hard gel in between. When you get under a bar, what is that? Is that a traction-based exercise or a compression-based exercise? Well, of course, it's a compression-based exercise. You're gonna have all that weight sitting on the top of your back. Now, of course, as you add weight, your spine gets compressed. As you move the proper form, tuck your chin in, all the air is in your belly, squeeze your butt, brace, push your knees out, coming down, straight up, boom. Then your spine is being put under all kinds of stresses. Now, this is a good thing because as your spine is being compressed, you are actually signaling your central nervous system to produce testosterone and also growth hormone. You're basically telling your body, hey, buddy, we're compressing spines up in here. You better go get stronger and build some strength and muscle right there. But as with almost everything in life, if you do too much of the same thing, that thing will outwelcome, will outlive its welcome. How do you say it? Overextend its welcome. It will no longer be welcome, is what I'm trying to say. So if all you do is compression-based exercises like a barbell squat or even a deadlift, and your spine keeps getting compressed, you need to let off of that compression action right there. And how do you do that? You do that by incorporating traction-based exercises. Now, traction-based exercises are exercises that are the opposite of compression-based exercises. They are exercises in which your spine actually pulls itself apart. So you're probably wondering, how do you do that? The first one would be a 45-degree back extension. Now, most big gyms have one of these. It's basically just a platform that you can stand on where the platform is at 45 degrees and you put your legs on the little platform right here. Little tip on this exercise, by the way, if you go really wide, you use your butt more, especially as you point your toes out. And if you go more narrow, it's more for your spinal muscle. But of course, as you do the exercise, you're gonna come down, flex, here you're stretching, and then flex your butt right here. Now, of course, as you come down here in this position, you're gonna really pull that spine apart. You're not putting any stress on your spine, yet you are building your butt and your legs and your spine. So that's a great traction exercise. Another one is a GHD extension, glute ham developer extension. And what you do is you put your feet in the rollers behind you. You're gonna come down and then get into this position. This is the top position. As you come down, of course, you're stretching this out. And when you stretch this out, you're also kind of recirculating all the fluids in between your spine, spinal fluids. So you stretch right here, come up right here. Stretch right here, come up right here. Now what that does is kind of the same thing as a 45-degree back extension, except it hits it on a different angle, because on this exercise, the max tension is with you being horizontal. Whereas with that exercise, the max tension is with you being at a 45-degree angle. So it's a slight difference. And then one of the greatest traction-based exercises in the world is a reverse hyper. If you have a gym that has one of these, you're very, very lucky. This is probably the greatest thing that you can do for your lower back, not only to recycle out the spinal fluids, also to strengthen the lower back muscle because it doesn't get a lot of circulation there, and to stretch it out. And the way it works is you put your feet around the strap right here. You have to kind of jump up and you want to have your hips around the edge. Coming up right here, you're gonna be right here. Now, first off, you just start by swinging the weight back and forth a little bit. Then you're going to flex your butt and your lower back, bringing it all the way up till you're straight. So now there's two ways you can do this. Right now, I'm just swinging the weight all the way back and forth. But a better way of even doing this is to come up and then hold it. Come up and then stop it. Come up and then stop it. Come up and then stop it. Now, as you saw, as my feet came to the front, I was in a very vulnerable position spine-wise, but then I flexed it right away. If you have access to a reverse hyper, definitely start using it. So now you know the difference between compression and traction-based exercises. Your goal, if you want to focus on longevity, meaning you want to be able to work out and lift weight for the rest of your life, should be to build the strength, build your muscle, and have your big lift be compression. That's fine. Try to have all the other exercises be more on the traction side than the compression side. It's almost like you have like a certain credit of compression-based exercises every time your week starts, and you're allowed to do so much compression and everything else should be traction, because you want to make sure your spine stays healthy. So when you're 80, 90, 100 years old, you're still lifting weight.